Okay, we should be back live. Unfortunately, it did not change the titles again. So let me go change that right now because this says Tuesday. Let me go copy this over here. Try to do this. All right, let me go change this. This is the second video. So this is part 2 of Tuesday, now Wednesday morning. Part 2. Save. Now let me go change it over on YouTube. So yeah, I got to get that fixed. I got to get with Jake and Tanner. It don't change the title. Something's not connected because it don't change the title of our streams, which is not good. I mean, every time we go live, we got to get over here and change the titles. So, and trust me, we don't want to have to do that every time. All right, so I got to wait for everybody to get back on, but yes. And the reason I have a giant Funko on the screen, I did that so the thumbnail would be very recognizable for me to find this a second time. So that's why I've laid a giant Funko there. And let me search Coletco. I need to get on just YouTube. I don't want to be on Studio. There we go. There it is. Let me change this title. So Thursday. All right. Well, I need still everybody to like the post because actually I've had some pretty good success. I've had some pretty good success doing a part 2 and it resending out invoices to everybody or resending out notifications to everybody. So maybe there'll be some new people like, holy, usually people be on and they'll be like, whoa, you're still selling? What in the world? And I'm like, we're still here. We're still here. All right, 48 people. We need to get that up to like 100. So, it says Tuesday. All right, should be changed now. Let me refresh. Everything should be changed. Yeah, part 2 Thursday. It should be changed now on Facebook, and it should be changed over on YouTube. So, it should be changed everywhere. Now, we got down to like one auction with George Scher, and I got to make sure he's still watching, and I got to kind of reintroduce that to everybody. And if I'm going to do anything else tonight, I got to get everything organized over here now. So let me move some stuff around. Let me put this here. Also, I'm very curious if Todd Kilgore is watching. Todd Kilgore, are you still watching, or did you watch, or have you come back for part 2? Usually he's on till the end because I've got something to sell him. He probably didn't realize came in. So let me put that there. Let me put that here. Let me put this here. Let me put that there. Do a little bit of tidiness because if we're going to do anything else later tonight from this point on, I got to be neat and organized. Otherwise, start panicking, lose breath, and pass out. Okay. Yeah, so basically it just ended the feed on us. Basically just ended the feed on us without really any word or just poof. They said, you know what, you're done. Goodbye, Chad. Goodbye, Chad, you're done. Facebook said, see you later. We're taking this down. Restream just had to update. These tech companies and their fancy updates, then it usually screws us till they figure out all the bugs. And I'm always like, can't you figure out the bugs before you update? Are we not sophisticated enough to figure out bugs before you update software? And I always thought updating software was supposed to get rid of bugs. All right. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to make sure, I really don't have that many auctions left for tonight. Honestly, that was going to be one of my last ones. Well, like I said, we were probably going to do Metal Night Part 2 tomorrow with additional stuff, not just metal again. Of course, we have tons of Japanese, but it's awfully late now for auctions. So we're probably going to recap this bin, and I'm going to do some final warnings and final requests, and then we're probably going to try to show some posters, yes. Yeah, I agree. Do you know anything better, Paul, or anybody does? What's the best? I need software that can stream to Facebook, Instagram, or Facebook, YouTube for sure, and then X, and maybe even Instagram, and maybe even TikTok and Twitch. So I'm taking suggestions. All right, while everybody's getting back on, all the links are dead, so let me just go delete that from our story over here. And I was waiting for George Scherer to get back on because he was high bidder on Fleetwood Mac. And to be fair to him, I needed to make sure that he was back on and bidding. But he was on YouTube, or he was on Facebook, and he might have went to bed when everything crashed. But it's Peter Green's Fleetwood Mac, a 1973 pressing, and this is a $45 start. $45 start. Now, what I was doing was I was going back through this bin, buy it now, best offer. And I'm definitely going to finish this one up. We'll see how participation is. And if participation is well, I'll go through the other crate. If not, we'll go ahead and go into posters, because I know the poster people's probably on. We are our little cult of poster people. So let me just start this bin over. And everything in here is buy it now, best offer. Steppenwolf is in VG Plus condition, $14.99. Also, we have Boomtown Rats in the long grass. Gold stamp promo, VG Plus, $14.99. But I am going to go ahead and put Fleetwood Mac back up for a $45 start. And hopefully George Scherer finds us. If not, then he fell by the wayside of a Facebook crash. The Rolling Stones, Love You Live. This is a 2LP Live Stones, VG condition, $19.99. That is the Rolling Stones. I have Martha and the Vandellas, Watch Out. This is VG Plus, $19.99. That's on the original Gordy Motown label. These are all buy it now, best offer. We have Fleetwood Mac, and this is kind of where it crashed. I was talking about Fleetwood Mac, and I was talking about Fleetwood Mac. Both of these albums are called Fleetwood Mac, and they're by Fleetwood Mac, but they're completely different. $24.99. Burt Jordan, I'm going to go ahead and sell you the Stones for $15. That is sold to Burt Jordan for $15. Next is Jerry Rafferty, Night Owl. That's Jerry Rafferty, VG condition, $9.99. Sly and the Family Stone, Small Talk. That was VG Plus, $26.99. Kelly offered $19 for Fleetwood Mac. Kelly, that's sold to you for $19. Still Shakin', the Flamin' Groovies, $26.99 for Flamin' Groovies. Frank Zappa's Joe's Garage, Acts 2 and 3. Now we're in non-check condition stuff. Really nice copy, $39.99. Nazareth, Raz Anama Naz, no condition notes gatefold, $17.99. VG Plus cover on Nazareth. Kelly offered $18 for Sly. That's sold to Kelly for $18. We have Pure Prairie League Live taking the stage. 2LP Live, Pure Prairie League, no condition notes, $24.99 on Pure Prairie League. We have Boz Scaggs Middleman, also no condition notes, $19.99 for Boz Scaggs. Argent In Deep, $19.99 for Argent In Deep gatefold. Big Audio Dynamite still available. This is called Megatop Phoenix. Gold stamp promo, $29.99. Big Audio Dynamite still available. These are all buy it now, best offer. Brian Ferry, Let's Stick Together. Brian Ferry is $24.99. No condition notes on that. We have Philip Oakley and Giorgio Moroder, $19.99. These are all buy it now, best offer. The Beatles, Here, There, and Everywhere, $34.99. That's a 1988 pressing. And we have a couple of these tonight. These are Beatles interviews, $34.99. We have Kelly Croom on Bad for $19. I'll kind of split the difference with you there, a little bit more on your side. I'll do that for 24. I thought a couple people were going to pull the trigger on that tonight at sticker price, but if you want it, $24 on that. Kenny, I see your comment from 1 minute ago. Coletco, well, there'll be a part 2 tonight. We are live. Kenny, is it your birthday? Well, happy birthday. I'm going to have to sell you a poster or something. Let me figure out what's going on over here. But this is sold to Kelly then for $24. And we have next is Bruce Hornsby in the range. A Night on the Town. Bruce Hornsby's $29.99. And John Mayall, A Sense of Place. John Mayall is a 1990 press. $26.99 for John Mayall. John Mayall, 1990. Rest in peace. He recently passed away. Fanny is a white label promo. $99.99. And this is a 1970 white label promo for Fanny. $99.99. Also, Frank Marino and Mahogany Rush World Anthem. No condition notes, gold stamp promo, $19.99. I'm going to wait to see if George Sherritt comes back before we officially call that, because he was the high bidder, and I just want to wait on that one. If I contact him, and I might try to pull up his account over here and try to get him a message sent just a second before we call that thing sold. And we have Point Blank second season. Before I ended the feed earlier, I sold everything else because everybody had already said out. Point Blank is a promo copy, second season, $19.99 on Point Blank. Tommy James, Midnight Rider, gold stamp promo on Tommy James, $14.99. April Wine, live at the El Macombo. April Wine is $19.99. Also, we have On Trial, Head Entrance, I think is what that says. And this is a 1997 pressing, $129.99. On Trial, Head Entrance. Interesting. $129.99. King Crimson and the Court of the Crimson King is a 74 Presswell press. That is $49.99. King Crimson in the Court of the Crimson King. And that is 74. Of course, that originally came out in 69. Very clean copy of that. Bruce Hornsby in the range. Scenes from the South Side. $24.99 for Bruce Hornsby. That has the original inner sleeve with it. $24.99 for Bruce Hornsby. Very clean copy of that. These are all buy it now best offer. The Broad Strip Bear, Brian Ferry. Brian Ferry is $24.99. Also, Iron Butterfly live, and this was $19.99. I was marveling earlier about the inner sleeve. It does have just a couple scuffs on it, but it is an original Presswell. Crazy psychedelic artwork on that one. Iron Butterfly live, $19.99. Also, Vicky Sue Robinson, Never Gonna Let You Go. Never Gonna Let You Down, Never Gonna Give You Up. That's a completely different song, but that's what it reminds me of. Johnny Winter. This is Johnny Winter and live. This is $19.99. Super clean copy gatefold. We have Sheena Easton Strut, $9.99. Fleetwood Mac, Little Lies, Ricky, and Fleetwood Mac, Little Lies extended version. Kind of a 3-track maxi single there, $19.99. These are all buy it now best offer. Kenny on S, I'm assuming that's for Sheena Easton. If so, that's sold to Kenny Begley. The Minnesota Voodoo Men, $19.99. Minnesota Voodoo Men. This is Knit Zinger, Live Better Electrically, $19.99 for Knit Zinger. Also, Mellow Jello for Mellow Muffins, a sealed garage album. This guy on the back is sniffing glue, $24.99. Rico Lorenzini said $15 on Winter. That is sold. Kelly Croom gets On Trial, $95. Sold to Kelly Croom for $95. We have Country Politician, $9.99. Also, Al Stewart Love Chronicles, $24.99 for Al Stewart. That's pretty cool. Yellow Epic label. Don't get that one very often from him. $24.99 on Al Stewart. Down Behind the Rise, 47 to 53, $24.99. How much was Brian Ferry? Brian Ferry. That Broad Strip Bear, that was $24.99. Gatefold pressing on that. Hannibalism, The Mighty Hannibal, is a 2001 pressing, sealed, $74.99 on The Mighty Hannibal. Nazareth Exercises, no condition notes on that, $24.99. The DBs, like this, the DBs is $29.99. Grand Funk Shine On with the original 3D glasses, unpunched, also with the original inner sleeve, $39.99. It came with this inner sleeve, and when you put on the 3D glasses, guess what? Everything starts looking 3D. There's the unpunched glasses. So somebody bought this and never did unpunch the glasses and do the 3D experience, which is pretty wild. You would think somebody back in the day would have done that. Or maybe this was their second copy. Sometimes people had to buy, they played a record so much they had to buy a second copy. Grand Funk, Shine On, $39.99. Angela said 18 on Brian Ferry. Let's sell that to Angela for 18. Kelly, if you do 30 on Grand Funk, I'll sell it to you. Now, I've kind of went back and forth. I've let you win one. I've won one. I'll let you win the last one. Maybe you'll do 30 on that one for me. James Brown, Bring It On. James Brown is $24.99. We have Blood, Sweat, and Tears, New Blood. That's $19.99. Also, we have Wed White and Blues Image. Blues Image is $19.99. And Jeff Beck, There and Back, is $19.99. That's a very nice copy. Kelly said, okay. Grand Funk sold for $30. Burt Jordan was second in line. So let me read through those one more time. If anybody wants anything in there, just let me know. Jeff Beck, Blues Image, Blood, Sweat, Tears, James Brown, DB's, Nazareth, The Mighty Hannibal, Down Behind the Rise. And that had Lightning Hopkins on it, Jesse Thomas, some kind of blues comp. Al Stewart, Country Politician, Mellow Jello, Knit Zinger, The Minnesota Voodoo Men, Fleetwood Mac, Vicki C. Robinson, Iron Butterfly, Bruce Hornsby, King Crimson, April Wine, Tommy James, Point Blank, Frank Marino, Mahogany Rush, Fanny, John Mayall, Bruce Hornsby, The Beatles, Philip Oakley, Brian Ferry, Argent, Boz Scaggs, Pure Prairie League, Nazareth, Joe's Garage, Zappa, Flaming Groovies, Jerry Rafferty, Martha Vandellas, Boomtown Rats, and Steppenwolf Live. I have one more crate of vinyl to go through. Buy it now, best offer. And, of course, as you can tell, they go pretty fast when we're not running auctions. And this is the last of all the new stuff that was shown tonight. And now it's going to be all buy it now, best offer. Buy it now, best offer. John Dorsey said BHX2. Now, you might have to translate that for me, and I will give you an answer. We have, this is called Malfunction. Olympus Awaits, and that's a 2024 record store day. That is numbered 1440 of 1500. That's on purple vinyl, $54.99. Also, Flash in the Pan, Panorama, $9.99. That's a 3D cover too. Also, Neil Young, Chrome Dreams, debut release of his 1977 Lost album. His Lost album, that's $49.99. Bob Dylan, Shadow Kingdom. Bob Dylan is sealed. Soundtrack to the concert film, $39.99. And Green is Blues, Al Green, a 50th anniversary limited edition sealed on colored vinyl, $24.99. Both Bruce Hornsby's. Okay, give me 1 second. Both Bruce Hornsby's. There's one Bruce Hornsby. There's the other Bruce Hornsby. So those were marked 24 and 29. I'll do 20 and 20 on them. They're very clean copies. 20 and 20 on those, John Dorsey, if you want them. Keep in mind, these are all buy it now, best offer. The Best of New Riders of the Purple Sage, $19.99 on that. Renaissance is $29.99. This was OG with the original inner sleeve, and it was extremely nice. Red Letra label, Renaissance, $29.99. Also, Status Quo, 1982, $19.99. Sell John Dorsey, Hornsby and Hornsby for 19 or for 20 and 20, we'll say. Steelers Wheel, Right or Wrong. Steelers Wheel is $14.99. I have to say, I never had seen that one before. Jackson Brown, Running on Empty. Also, Why Don't You Stay Just a Little Bit Longer, $19.99. Carney Soundtrack, that has Robbie Robertson on it from the band, $14.99. Also, Gordon Lightfoot, Sunday Concert, Gatefold, $19.99. Scott Oman on Status Quo for $15. So does Scott Oman. Also, we have Parachute, The Parachute Club, At the Feet of the Moon. The Parachute Club is $14.99. Also, War Live, 2LP, $39.99. This has the original inner sleeves, and this is War Live. No condition notes, $39.99 on that one. Aerosmith, Draw the Line. Can't believe this didn't sell out of new arrivals. It has the original inner sleeve, $24.99 on Aerosmith, Draw the Line. Van Morrison is a white label promo for $74.99. A white label promo, $74.99. Also, The Best of Bob Dylan, a rare batch of Little White Wonder. That is a sealed copy, $44.99 on Bob Dylan. The Beatles, Movie Mania. The Beatles is $26.99. And we have Bruce McPherson, One of These Days. It's a 1972 white label promo, $19.99. Also, Holly Johnston Blast, gold stamp promo, $9.99. Jonathan Richman and the Modern Lovers, no condition notes. There is some staining on the back cover, $39.99 on that. Canned Heat Vintage, Canned Heat is $24.99. Sir Douglas Quintet, Together After 5, $49.99 on Sir Douglas Quintet, Together After 5. America is in VG condition, $9.99. Original on the sleeve, America. That's still available for $9.99. Also, Creedence Clearwater Revival, Bayou Country. This is in VG condition, $19.99. Sorry, can you show Parachute Club? Parachute Club, Parachute Club, Parachute Club. This is the Parachute Club at the Feet of the Moon, $14.99. Flash in the Pan, 6. I will sell you Flash in the Pan for 8. That is pretty much splitting the difference. Just a generic inner sleeve. Very nice vinyl. Easy Beat Records. Also, Netherlands, Dan Fogelberg, VG Plus, $9.99. We have Robert Palmer. Some people can do what they like. That's in VG condition, $9.99. Flashdance, original motion picture soundtrack, EX edition, $17.99. We have Elena Royale. This is Alana Royale, So Bad You Can Taste It, sealed for $14.99. These are all buy it now best offer. We have The National, first 2 pages of Frankenstein, sealed for $24.99. Also, Nat King Cole, live at the Blue Note, Chicago. Incredibly rare, never before heard live performances from his 1953 Blue Note Chicago residency. Lacquers cut by Kevin Gray, pressed at RTI, and that is sealed, $39.99. That's pretty cool, actually. Nat King Cole. We have Alex Chilton, Clichés. That is sealed for $19.99. Flamin' Lips, live 2002. Yoshimi battles the Pink Robots, and that is a 2023 Record Store Day pink vinyl exclusive, sealed for $19.99. We had Walk the Moon Tightrope EP, limited edition 2-colored vinyl. That is $19.99. Also, we have the Dalai Lama Inner World. That is a craft, sealed 2024 Record Store Day, $19.99. Faces at the BBC. That's sealed for $39.99. Also, Fishbone, Truth and Soul. That's a red vinyl. That is a red vinyl, music on vinyl pressing for $29.99. Craig offered $14 on Lips. I will sell that for $14 to Craig Thomas. Sold. And Nirvana, Nevermind, is in shrink, 180 gram, $39.99, and that's a 2015. All right. And you have just witnessed a recap of every single vintage LP from tonight. So we started tonight with 7 crates full like that. And I think I can condense everything into one bin. So we have sold pretty much 85% of everything that was put out for sale tonight. And we sold every auction, plus all the additional surprise stuff, except for the Japanese. I probably still have 3 full crates of Japanese, which I'm going to chip away tomorrow, and then the next day, and also on Saturday. If you have any last requests, now is the time. Scott Oman on FD. FD was for $12. Flashdance, Scott Oman. I'll go ahead and sell that to you for $12. Now, any last requests? Anybody want to see the new releases again, or wanted to claim something, make an offer on this crate or that crate? But yeah, all the auctions are sold. All the metal's gone, except for that other stuff that I said Tanner had prepared over here. I only pulled a couple things out of there. We'll get some more of that tomorrow. We got all the Walmart exclusive Metallicas, several sealed Motorheads, a couple bootlegs, a Sepultura bootleg, Kiss. We'll do those tomorrow. Those will definitely be in the hot pictures, and I'm sure they'll dig up some other great auctions. Who's here tomorrow? Let's see. Laura will be here again tomorrow, I think, hopefully. Yeah. And then John will be here, so we'll have more crates like those, and then Laura's, and Paul will be back from Florida. So, Inner Sanctum reissue. Okay, yeah, let me try to find that. Rhino, Grateful Dead, what's the best on that American Beauty? All the new sealed stuff, probably right now on that Kenny, is sticker price. Those Rhinos are actually a pretty tight margin. Especially, they're supposed to be 40. My calculation is supposed to be 44, but I've been marking them. Oh, there is 2 auctions that didn't sell. I've got Top Gun and Elvin Bishop. Those are still available for $35. Let's see. I've got Black Sabbath, U2, Def Leppard, L7. Let's see here. Tad. Yeah, Kenny, that's $39.99. That's the Rhino. Nirvana, Black Sabbath, King's X, Gojira, Metallica, Godsmack, Black Sabbath. I'm looking for Inner Sanctum, and I may not have it. There's Mondo, Murphy's Law, Skinnerd, Queensryche, Poison, Neutral Milk Hotel, Simple Minds, and Morrissey. And I doubt I have a copy of that left. It's going to be on the table if we do. Nirvana, Flotsam and Jetsam, Temple of the Dog, New Order, Gojira, Concrete Blonde, Psychedelic Furs, Chris Cornell, King Diamond, Transformers, Ghost, Hanoi Rock, Silverchair, Blow the Cult, Eazy-E, Jelly Roll, Black Sabbath, Van Halen, Cash, Alice in Chains, Yacht Rock, Duran Duran, Billy Strings, Pantera, Yes Album, Creed, Neil Young, Slick, Smashing Pumpkins, and more Nirvana. How much was Alex Chilton? Let's see here. First thing, so we have, this is sold to Kenny Roll for $39.99. How much was Alex Chilton? I'm pretty sure it was $19.99, Angela. $19.99. Concrete Blonde is Bloodletting, $34.99. Bob Dylan for $30. And I think the only thing I didn't do a deal with somebody on is Boontar. Boontar, let me know if you wanted that. Flash in the Pan. Bob Dylan is sold for $30 to Brent Robley. That's gone. And sell this to Angela Lewis for $15. Yeah, and this is the only two auctions that did not sell. This is a Japanese promo of Elvin Bishop and a Japanese Top Gun for $35. And there's Concrete Blonde. And I'm looking for Inner Sanctum for Jason Jones. Back here we've got Eddie Money, Testament, Typo Negative, Judas Priest, Jimmy Buffett, Cinderella, King's X. Let me put this King's X with this King's X. Let me do some matching here so I got all these together. Cure Disintegration in the preview. I don't think there was. Not to my knowledge. Shouldn't been in the hot pictures. It was all metal in the hot pictures, I'm pretty sure. Duran Duran, Black Sabbath, John Williams, Sleep Token, Radiohead, Genesis, Misfits, AC/DC, Fleetwood Mac, Tangerine Dream, Ace Frehley, Quiet Riot, Duran Duran. So there's no Saxon on this table. I have two other crates of new vinyl over here, though. Great White, Gojira, Cinderella, Pink Floyd, Duran Duran, Misfits, music from The Hobbit, New Moon. Now that's what I call 40. I think I got another one of those over here. Do I have two of those now? Yeah, these are putbacks and non-payments, $54.99. How much is Eddie Money? $34.99. Ozzy, U2, Deftones, Slayer, Steely Dan, Great White, Misfits, Oasis, Yaz, Tonic, Santana, Ace Frehley, Saxon, Jason. You got lucky. I got one left, $38.99. I think those are back out of stock. Luke Combs, Tenacious D, Johnny Blue Skies, Dave Matthews Band, and then all the new stuff from the night, of course. And what's in this other bin? I also have David Bowie, Nirvana, Judge, Black Crowes, Primus, Nirvana, Soundgarden, Flotsam Jetsam, Randy Newman, Stone Temple Pilots, Vince Sevenfold Beck, Tyler Childers, Stone Roses, Beetlejuice, and Jeff Buckley. Alrighty, so let's see here. It was a preview of Paul's map trip, a couple pics in that post. Really? Oh, that's just that was just an ad saying we buy records. That's nothing that he bought. That was just an ad saying we buy records. That was stuff from we bought previously. You're talking about this post right here, right? This post. Is there a Cure? This is that, is there a picture of the Cure in here? This should be all Knoxville Metal Collection stuff here. This is that post I made saying he's just buying records. I don't think there is. This was the stuff from the night. This is all sold. And then this was just, is there a picture of the Cure in here? This is from the Knoxville Metal Collection from like 2 years ago, I think. Is there a picture of the Cure in here? There's that Metallica promo I was talking about tonight. Well, it's kind of weird though. We had some of these records tonight, but no, this was a couple days ago. I don't see it. Oh, right here. You're looking at that right there. Yeah, that's stuff from almost 2 years ago, actually. But what's weird is we have most of these records. Most of these records we've recently acquired, but I just use that as an attention grabber. I use that as an attention grabber to let people know what we buy. That picture there is actually from 5 years ago. That's from almost 3 years ago. Yeah, that was all that stuff we got in Knoxville. I wish I had all that back. We sold that one for $800. I wish I had it back. Well, we sold that tonight. We sold that tonight. We had some of it. We sold that tonight. But yeah, that's just some. I try not to use pictures like that unless it's something we're about to sell. But that was an ad we ran saying, hey, we buy records. So, okay. So first is Jason Jones get Saxon. Dave Matthews Band is Under the Table and Dreaming. I don't have any Black Sabbath bootlegs. No Woodstock posters. And those are going to go back in this bin right here. All right. Let me move this Nirvana record before. They don't like that one on Facebook. So I'm going to put that right there. I'm going to put these Japanese back in this Japanese box. Maybe we can sell those tomorrow. Okay, now I got to figure out what we're selling next. Billy Strings. Billy Strings is right back here. This is Live, Volume 1, Independent Record Store, 2LP blue vinyl, $46.99. Dave Matthews was Under the Table and Dreaming for $39.99. Also got a waiting list for Crash from a couple nights ago. Those should be in tomorrow. Crash is $39.99. That's first time on vinyl for both of those, I'm pretty sure. How much was the Now 40s? $54.99. $54.99. Now that's what I call 40 years. And that's part 2. And that's got everything from Duran Duran, 1983, all the way up through Olivia Rodrigo, 2023. $54.99. All right. Let's figure out what we're going to do tonight for part 2 and posters and stuff. Maybe let me go to the back and look around. We've went through all the tubs that's been up here. And I got to find some stuff. Billy Strings is on colored vinyl. Yeah, blue indie store exclusive. That's indie for me. Local record stores. But for me, I'm a local record store for a lot of people all over the world because I sell to a lot of people who don't even get to go to record stores. That's why we do this every night for 7 hours a night. I have people say, Chad, you don't understand. I don't even have a record store anywhere close to me. So, didn't you find a tub last night with a bunch of posters in it? Yeah, I think it's right over here. Let me see what I can do. That's what I was about to start looking for. I'll leave my mic on because I don't have to walk to the back. There may be a tub over here. I'm trying my best to find a good crate of mixture. What is in here? This has got... What is this? Well, there's a sticky note on it that says good posters. But I think that's since we've been back through it or since I've used it to put something else in. Because let me see what's in here. I want to go through something we've never shown before. Maybe it was this one. I still think in the back there's like tubs of this like randomness like we've been going through. These are more packets. A lot of this is where I've tore into these boxes when I was trying to find autographs. See, I had box after box of stuff I'd never been through. And in about 48 hours, I went through every one of them just pulling out autographs that we had authenticated. So now I can't tell what I haven't gone through because they're all pulled out of packets where I've had to gone through them. I am going to have to walk to the back right quick. First, let's sell this to... let's sell this to John Dorsey. That is sold to John Dorsey. All right. Now, I'll be right back. I'm going to go try to find some... I want to go through stuff that we've never gone through before, completely random. When you see my microphone back, that means I'm back. Or my microphone gone. Oh boy. Well, I hadn't been back there, I guess, in about a week. I was managed to climb over some stuff and get one box. Let me show y'all what I was just dealing with. Here's what it looks like back there. Here's what I was just dealing with. Look at this. Okay, those tubs is what I'm trying to get to. I can't even get to them. Here's another angle, okay? A lot of this stuff we've already gone through, or I'm not for sure what we have or have not gone through. That's why I like doing a bundle deal. I don't like putting anything back because it gets buried. And then here's another angle when you first walk back there. So there's literally just boxes full of stuff, and I can't really recall what we have and have not. I climbed over on this side and got some boxes off of this top rack. And then over here, these tubs are pretty much full of stuff, and I can't get the most. So yeah, we're out of space here, and that's like just a catch-all booth. Because we don't have a lot of time to play cleanup after the sales, so we just push it all back there, and now it's turned into an avalanche. However, I did some climbing. I literally climbed on top of a rack. I got a box, and I opened it up, and I was like, well, we'll go through it. I think it's a lot of books related to movies and music, and there actually may be more autographs in here because JSA is actually about to come back and do some more authenticating, so I may have found a bunch more autographs. But I did remember I have some stuff behind the counter as well, and yeah, it's just it's a lot of this is a bunch of messes that I've made. And I have stuff we can go through that's not really movie posters too. I'm trying to find posters. I got plenty of stuff we can go through. I'm trying to find posters. Like I've got boxes here that have like concert posters and little magazines and newspaper. It's all from Dale's Pittsburgh collection. I mean, we can go through all kinds of just stuff, but I'm trying to find movie posters. And I think a lot of that's really, really buried right now, unfortunately. Really buried. So let me see what's in this box, and then we may have to just go through some more random stuff. So let's see what we have here. And let me go back over here and grab this. Everybody's like, Chad, just please show us something. For the love of God, please just show us something. Oh, let me open this lid. Oh, that's full of records. Didn't know I had those. It's always good to find more records you didn't know you had. I may revert back to this crate here and see what's in here. All right, here we go. So let's go through that box I brought up, and then I had this over here from this previous bin. All right. You promised a Killer Friday show. Oh, I did? Oh, boy. Let's see. Chad, can I please change my mind one more time and pass on the Alex Chilton album? It is totally not what I thought it would be. I promise to not change my mind any tomorrow night. LOL. I don't believe that, but Landro says he'll take it. So change the Alex Chilton record from Angela Lewis to Landro 1982. He says he'll take it for $15. And that is sold to Landro. He saved you another $5,000 restocking fee. Now, Angela, you buy a lot of music without even knowing what it is. You're very brave for doing that. I don't know too many people who just buy random records and they don't know what it is. Now, I do have other people that do that, but they just go ahead and keep it. Angela, I think, goes and listens to somebody like, oh, this is not what I thought. But I do have people, but you're one of the few I know that buys records and has no idea even what the music sounds like. The other night, Angela bought like a Slayer record, and she didn't know what Slayer was. And I was like, oh, my gosh. All right, so here we go. Let's see what we have here. Coal miner's daughter, Loretta Lynn. Coal miner's daughter, Loretta Lynn. Or I should say Sissy Spacek. There should be some pretty good stuff in here. This is a box I went through looking for autographs, and I was pretty sure I've pulled them all out, but if I can't find them all, then I'm not for sure. So we have here, we have a little bit of a tear and a paper pull here, and then over here we have a little bit of a rip and some tape on it. $20 on Coal Miner's Daughter, Kenny and then Landro. $20 on Coal Miner's Daughter, $20 on that, $20 on that. Kenny, you're first. Let's go through this stuff here. Kenny was first on that, $20, then Landro. Okay. Next is, I don't know. Kenny says pass. Landro, you're next if you want it for $20. I got to check these things. These were heavy with autographs, so I'm really going to have to look over these and make sure I didn't miss any autographs, especially these little signed pictures. This is called Music City, USA. Inside and look of Music City, USA. That's a pretty cool poster. Nashville. Columbia's new $700,000 studio. Wow, in 1966, that was like $10 million. Ernest Tubbs Record Shop. Music City, USA, $25. One sheet. Number 2, style 2. We haven't had that one before. $20 on that. Kenny said he'd give $15 on Coal Miner's Daughter. Sell that. Let's break the ice. Sold to Kenny for $15. Landro, $25 on that. I also have lobby cards from Coal Miner's Daughter. I have this one, and I have, ooh, that's a cool one. Look at that. Music City, USA with Loretta Lynn on the front. 1966. Music City, USA and Coal Miner's Daughter. So there's Music City, USA, Loretta Lynn. Now, I found a ton of these autographed. Not by Loretta Lynn, but I found a bunch that we had authenticated, signed by George Jones, Porter Wagner, Marty Robbins, Christopher Christopherson. I even think we had a Johnny Cash one. And they're all authenticated. They're somewhere in the back and all that mess. And we've got to dig them back out. We've buried, literally, we've buried like 1,400 autographs, and I can't even get to them anymore. That's why we hadn't hardly sold any this week. I can't even, it would take 2 hours just to dig them all out, and then I got to have enough time to go through them all, and then enough time to put them all back up, and there's just not enough time. Okay, Brent, $15 on that. Landro is sold on Country Music for $25. Music City, Loretta Lynn, $15 on that one. That one's pretty cool with Loretta Lynn there on it. All right, let's see what we have next here. It's still in the plastic. That means it hadn't been checked for an autograph. Whew. Michelle, you were second on the Music City poster. Landro already bought it. Here's another Coal Miner's Daughter. It's unfortunately probably even in worse condition. It has a rip at the top. It has a rip at the top right there. Coal Miner's Daughter. It's fixable though. It's repairable. Maybe I'll open one of these up and they'll be signed by Loretta Lynn. Wow, look at that one. That's country. It's just like being in Nashville. Make sure nobody signed this. There's a couple scribbles over here on top of who is that? Ernest Tubb. There's a couple scribbles over here on top of Ernest Tubbs' hat, but that's pretty cool. I like that artwork. It's got a ripped corner down here. $20. $20 on That's Country. Brent passed on the Loretta Lynn lobby card, so if anybody wants that, it's available for $15. Y'all got pressure on me now. They said, Chad, you did promise an amazing show. Um, Tradition. I don't know what this is. Tradition magazine, May, June 1997. Landro, she's passing, so that's country goes to you. Scrapbook of Hillbilly and Western Stars, 1952. Dale Evans, Eddie Arnold, Jimmy Davis, Jimmy Dolan, Kitty Wells, Roy Acuff, Cowboy Copa, Slim Whitman, Bill Monroe. Yeah, I need to go through this thing, make sure. Let me look through it. You never know. Wouldn't have been something if I opened that up and Bill Monroe had signed it. We have found, I knew I had 2 autographs of his, and since I've gone through this, I have found another 4 or 5 signed Bill Monroe things, and I didn't even know they were signed. And of course, his, look, there's Hank Williams. Oh, that's a pretty cool piece here. An original 1952. Shows you how to square dance. Hawkshaw Hawkins, Grandpa Jones, Grady Martin, Elton Britt, Carl Smith, Webb Pierce, Jimmy Skinner, Clyde Moody. I think that was printed on the paper. Yeah, Stuart Ham, that's printed on the paper. This is a great thing. Well, imagine if all this had been signed. Ernie Lee, yeah, that's just printed on there. Imagine if somebody had took the time back in the day to go track all these people down. And there couldn't be many people in this book still. I mean, a lot of it has their birthdays. A lot of these people born in the 20s. Bill Monroe was born in 1911, I'm pretty sure it said. There couldn't be many of these people still alive in any of these pictures. Bob Wills. That's what we were looking through some of the autographs. A lot of those autographs we've got from Dale, most of the people still aren't alive. Landro, $15 on that. Also, Landro was sold on That's Country. That sold to Landro for $20. The scrapbook of Hillbilly and Western Stars, $15 on that. All right, we have Just for the Record, Volume 4, Number 1, 1998. Some kind of little pamphlet, some kind of book, pamphlet thingy. Folk and Country Magazine, 1959. Johnny Horton, Stonewall Jackson on the cover. Folk and Country Magazine, 1959. We have Country Song Roundup Magazine and Folk and Country Magazine. Ferlin Husky, Marty Robbins, Maxine Brown, Hank Lachlan, Wanda Jackson, Webb Foley. There's 2 Country Song Roundup magazines. Here is Country Song Roundup with Farron Young and Country Song Roundup with Hank Thompson. All I Have to Do Is Dream, Everly Brothers sheet music. Jimmy Dean Song Favorites sheet music book. This looks like stuff you'd see in Cracker Barrel. Hanging on the wall. All that stuff there looks like stuff you'd see hanging in Cracker Barrel. The Nashville Tennessean Magazine, 1946. The Nashville Tennessean Magazine, Centennial Souvenir issue. An eyewitness to the Battle of Franklin. Wow. He was 90 years old in 1946. He was an eyewitness to the Battle of Franklin. That's pretty incredible. Those people aren't alive anymore. Here's some pretty sweet lobby cards. Here's a bunch I found autographed the last time. Hopefully I didn't miss any here. This is From Nashville with Music. From Nashville with Music. And this has got Merle Haggard, Merle Haggard, Merle Haggard. Wow, we got a bunch of the same ones. Merle Haggard, Merle Haggard, and Merle Haggard. That's a pretty cool lobby card. Since I got a bunch, I'll do those for $10. That's a pretty cool lobby card there with Merle on it. I bet I could sell those tomorrow during the record sale. $10 on those. The date on this magazine, Landro, is 1946. It's the Nashville Tennessean Centennial Souvenir issue. $10 on these Merle Haggard lobby cards. 1969. It's from Nashville Music. Brent and then Landro on those. $10. All right. And I think I have the same thing here, but with Charlie Pride. Yeah, from Nashville Music. And this is Charlie Pride. Charlie Pride. Charlie Pride. Charlie. Charlie. Charlie and Charlie. Brent says he'll take a Merle and Loretta for $20. All right, let me make sure that one's good. That's sold to Brent, and he wanted to bundle that with the Loretta from earlier, which is right here. So he gets that one, this one, and the Merle Haggard for $20. There's Charlie Pride if anybody wants him. Got bunches of duplicates there. All right. This is a photo. Exclusive RCA recording artist Hank Snow, the Singing Ranger. Looks like just a copy of one, though. Grand Ole Opry, a Republic picture. Grand Ole Opry, a Republic picture. Pretty cool there. $20 for both of them. I don't have a year on that one. Pretty cool stuff going on down here with the Hillbillies and the Outhouse. $20 for both of those. Are they autos or just cards? The Merle Haggards and stuff, those are just cards for $10. Just cards. Here is Country Green by Eddie Raven. Don Gibson. Don Gibson, Lonesome Old House. Original sheet music stuff here. I Always Lose by Zeke Clements. That's Hank Lachlan on the cover. Brent is sold on the two Grand Ole Opry lobby cards for $20. Oh, I remember these. These are pretty special here. There's no records in them, but this could be a pretty pricey lot. Very pricey, even though there's no vinyl in them. Check these out. These are original Patsy Cline sleeves. Songs by Patsy Cline on Coral, pre-Decca. That's an EP. There's no vinyl in it, though. Patsy Cline Crazy EP. And then Patsy Cline Imagine That Picture sleeve. There is some writing on the back of that one, but the front is nice. Now, those are extremely rare. I'm going to have to check on those because one of the rarest 45s I've ever sold was Patsy Cline, as far as value and just rarity. And one of the rarest 78s I've ever sold is Patsy Cline. And I've been seeing a trend upwards on her stuff. So let me see what maybe some of these sell for, just the loose sleeves. These are pretty scary, and they're such a nice condition. I don't know what's happened to the records, but pretty scarce. Yeah, so there's only one of these for sale right now for $55. But is it the does it even have the jacket? Cover has an issue. The spine has a 5-inch split and some ring wear around Patsy's hairline. Okay, so that one's better. Of course, it has the actual disc with it. So we kind of know what's going on with that one. There's no disc for sale, though. So, like, if you wanted to buy the vinyl for that one, you couldn't right now. And then when you're looking these up, you also got to make sure that they're not just listing the record, and it actually includes the sleeve. And this is 2707. And this is 0 for sale. 0 for sale, and it's been 2 years since one sold. And it's nice. Just a faint sign of ring wear there. So, and was it actually the record? I don't know if the ones that sold actually had a sleeve with it. The one in 2019 did. So yeah, it's been 5 years since. I may have to go to PopSock to check on that one. Let me do that right quick. Because I'm just curious myself. These are Extremely scarce, especially in this grade. And this is ED 2707. Try to find this one here. Let's do price. Let's do date down. So yeah, we had one sale with the disc, of course. It was been a year ago, Canadian dollars for 100, and then a year and a half ago with the disc, 178.75. Okay, that tells me a lot there. And then let's try to find this one. This is Decca. This is Patsy Cline. And this is, boy, can imagine if these things were signed. That would be very nice, wouldn't it? Whew. That hurts. That's an extremely tough autograph to get. Let's see all versions here. This is a 62 US original. And this one is the least expensive as I expected. So that one has a sleeve. Okay. So all three of them, these are probably like, all three of them would be $150. All three of those would be $150. Selling them together. Okay, now that I know and now that Landro knows, let's show another poster. This is called 40 Acre Feud. 40 Acre Feud. And it's not in the best condition, but it's in really bad condition, actually. The Calhouns and the Culpeppers. And up at the top, it's like a window card kind of. They wrote Friday and Saturday. 25 country hits starting Ferlin Husky, Minnie Pearl, George Jones, Loretta Lynn. It's got a pretty noticeable rip over here. Never had seen that before, though. $15. Michelle, then Landro. 40 Acre Feud. $15. Michelle, then Landro. Michelle said she will, in fact, take it. Now, Michelle, if I can just get it folded back correctly for you. All right. Let's see here. Civil War, America Civil War, November 1995. I was almost born. Renaissance, October of 95. There's a couple magazines. Michelle, I still don't think I got this folded the best for you. Let me try to fix that again. I think the seam goes like this. I think it was inside out, actually. Maybe half, and then like that. There we go. A plastic sleeve. For $5, you can. However, I have Johnny and Homer, the Bales Brothers, Song Folio. We also have Stuart Hamblin and his Lucky Stars, M.M. Coal Punch Publishing Company, Chicago. Cowboy Songs, Western Songs, Stuart Hamblin. Let me find Michelle a sleeve. She likes these sleeves, and I don't even charge her for them. I'm going to start charging for these sleeves, Michelle. These are like very desirable items. The Nashville Brent, $15. I have a newspaper, Rope Bureaus. Walking the floor over you. Early Ernest Tubb there. Wow, look at Ernest Tubb. He was 15 years old. Would you take 10? Sell this to Brent Robley for $10. This Nashville Centennial souvenir book. Let's see if it'll fit inside of a... Now this is definitely worthy of a plastic sleeve because it's pretty fragile. It's pretty dang fragile. I think it's too wide. It's going to put some stress on it. I think I can get it tucked in here, though, Brent. So that way it protects it from wear and tear in the back and processing during shipping. Walk on the floor, $7. There we go. At least it's protecting any more chipping. It's very fragile on the edges, by the way. This is sold to Brent for $7. We have Ernest Tubb, a folio of record hits #1. It's Ernest Tubb sheet music, also with pictures. What year is this? 1947. Wow. 1947. Couple dog-eared corners. But I have another one as well. Here's another one. This one has a price over the... Okay, I see what happened here. This is 75 cents. That one, I think, says $1.25, and then they put a $2.95 over it. So that's definitely an older issue there on the left. $10 each on those. $10 each on those. And here's another one. This is folio of recorded hits #4. More Tubb. He wants the older Tubb for $10. Inflation's real. Yeah, even back then. If you think it's bad now, look at it back then. They was jumping those prices up left and right. Mac and Lee's collections of famous songs. How old is this? 1937. Looks like some bluegrass people there. Grand Ole Opry souvenir program from, looks 80s, 1986. Geraldine, Fighting Bill Fargo, Johnny Mac Brown, sheet music. 1942. Tex Ritter song folio with scenes from Columbia Pictures. 1941. Tex Ritter, Mountain Ballads and Cowboy Songs. 1941. Now, what doesn't sell, it's not going to be the cheapest bundle, but whatever doesn't sell here, I'm going to price as a bundle deal at the end of the show. I don't know if it's going to get down to like those dollar per item type bundles, but I'm going to price everything that doesn't sell. So if you want something, I highly recommend asking, because whatever's left, we're going to bundle up and sell at the end. Here's more Tex Ritter sheet music. Also Gene Autry on that one. And then there's more Tex Ritter. And here are some lobby cards. And this one is who? Joanne Steele and Carl Smith, maybe? There's more from Nashville with music. Maybe Joanne Steele and Carl Smith. Just like we had a bunch of Charlie Prides, there's a bunch of those. He had a bunch of those. He's probably trying to wait till he met some of those people and have them signed. Oh, this one's cool. Buck Owens. Buck Owens, that's a cool one. Buck, we got a bunch of them. They're all Buck Owens, $10 on Buck. Tex Ritter bundle, $25, $10 a piece on Buck. So Tex Ritter, you're referring to 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, 4 here. Those 4 sold to Brent for $25. Let me give you a nice Buck Owens for $10. I got more Buck Owens if anybody else wants one. That's a lobby card from Nashville with music. I got more Buck Owens. That would be Who is this? I'm trying to match from here. It's not Tammy Wynette, right? Could it be? I don't think it is, but whoever it is, that's the duplicate of that one. Moving on. Now we have, what do we have here? I have a Ray Price EP. I think that was Tammy Wynette. I think you're right, Dale. I have a Ray Price EP and a Buck Owens picture sleeve. No records in them. He probably was going to have these signed or have them framed. That's why there's no record. I bet the records are somewhere. We haven't bought many of Fred's 45s yet. We've bought a bunch of them, but he's got thousands of 45s still in his house, if y'all can believe that. This man has everything. There is still thousands of items at his house. It's amazing. Box is still full of stuff. Okay, I think y'all are going to like these. Now, yeah, here's the packet I found when I ran into a bunch of them signed. I think this one's pretty killer. And it's Country Music on Broadway, George Jones lobby card. And I'm almost positive we got one of these signed somewhere in the back. I can't remember. I pulled out so many that morning. I was speed running through these crates trying to get all this stuff. But I think that's pretty cool. I think that's a $20 one. Country Music on Broadway, 1964. And then I have another one here of, hold on a second, hold that thought. I have another one here from the movie, and that is, I don't know, $10 on that one, just because I don't know. That is, who is that? I don't know. $10 on that one. And then I have some of these. Country Music with Marty Robbins. But this is Dottie West, Barbara Mandrell. Dottie West. I got a bunch of these. Or I got a few of them. 10, 10, 10. And Eddie Arnold. Thank you, Dale. Eddie Arnold. Yes, I can almost see maybe his strap on his guitar. Maybe. That's what I was trying to. I was looking for something written on his guitar or his strap, but yeah, so $10 on that. And I think that's Barbara or Dottie. I'm not for sure. 10, 10, 10 on those. Brent has submitted an offer on George Jones for $15. Let me see what Landro says. And then I'll have to negotiate with you, Brent. Barbara Mandrell and the Mandrell sisters. We have a Carl Smith Folio number 1, sheet music, 1954. Landro could put the squeeze on you for that extra $5. Ernest Tubb Folio of Recorded Hits number 2. George Jones, it's from Country Music on Broadway, 1964. It's very sweet. We have some Kitty Wells picture sleeves. Guilty Street. I guess I got 2 of them. Let's see here. Yeah. Y'all may not know it, but that's exactly how my hair looks. Y'all just don't get to see it. All righty. Well, okay, so he said he'll do 20. That was a funny spectacle. However, here's Tennessee Jamboree. Tennessee Jamboree, Sounds of Nashville, singing, dancing, music, comedy, and family fun, starring Webb Pierce, Marty Robbins, and Jimmy Dickens. That is $10 and $10. Tennessee Jamboree, Looks like something you'd see up in Pigeon Forge being a play. Bro, Brent's got a vendetta. He's like, I'll remember that $5. Okay, Brent says he will do the $20 on it. Oh boy, I'm gonna lose that $5 one way or another. I have a feeling. I'm gonna lose that one way or another. That is sold to Brent for $20. The badge of Marshall Brennan, an insert, a folded insert, very cool colors, nice graphic up at the top. The badge of Marshall Brennan. Get a good look at that for you right here. Oh, let me do it this way. There we go. They're roping some cattle there. He's got a 6-shooter. He's got a badge. He's got a jacket. That's the badge of Marshall Brennan. I'm thinking that should be $25, Michelle. $25. You're first, and then Michael. Original insert there. Wow, there's some cool stuff in here. What do we have here? Dale Reeves. Dale Reeves. What do we have here? Dale Reeves profile. Some kind of press kit for Dale Reeves. In a folder, Michelle gets the badge for $25. I can't wait to show you all the rest of this kind of stuff that's buried somewhere. Hey, there's Porter Wagner. Now, I know, unless it got kicked back, I know there was one of these signed too. Porter Wagner. That's the ones I was talking about, I guess, last night that I know that I have signed, unless they got kicked back. There was a bunch of stuff that wasn't authentic. It was either secretarial or forged. Not a lot, but we had quite a pile of secretarial stuff. Most of it wasn't forged, it was secretarial stuff. It's where Fred obtained people's addresses and he sent off for autographs, and their secretary signed it. And of course he got it back and he didn't know. All these years later, 40 years later, an expert tells us they're secretarial. That's why we have this stuff authenticated. But I know for sure one of these was signed by Porter Wagner. $15 on that one. You got to be careful with secretarial. Because over the years, people send stuff off and they think they're getting it signed, and their secretary signs it. There's another Eddie Arnold. Here's some cool ones. I haven't had the lobby cards of this. Las Vegas Hillbillies, the lobby cards for that. Las Vegas Hillbillies. I've got one. I've got two of those. There's their Jeep-looking thing from the movie poster. And there's a pretty cool shot there. I can't identify all those people, but the stars mentioned over here on the left is Sonny James, Roy Drusky, Dale Reeves, Bill Anderson, Connie Smith, Wilma Burgess, and the Duke of Paducah. Las Vegas Hillbillies. I got 4 of those. $10 a piece. Music City, USA. By the way, that poster that was signed by Richard Petty, it was for sure authentic. That movie poster signed by Richard Petty, it was definitely authentic. All those that were signed by that director were authentic. So Michelle, just so you know, that poster you bought from us, the Hindenburg, those were authentic signatures. Let's see, what else did we have signed the other night? The Roger Maris lobby cards are authentic. The signed ones, those are authentic. What else was good? So there was some stuff I was surprised. I didn't think it would be, but they end up being real. So, Petty Price. Well, we have Landro has put in an offer. Carol Puckett has also put in an offer. And I told both of them we'd auction it one night. And actually, possibly tomorrow during the record sale. My goal is to dig out, because I've promised some people autographs this week, and I have very much let some people down because they've been buried and I can't get to them. This one has a couple condition problems. Right here it has a little bit of a tear, and right here in the center. I think I sold the last one for 25 or 20. I'll do this one for 20 as well. And it's Michelle, Landreau, and Brent. I can't remember what Landreau's offer was. I think I priced it that night for 225. Landreau might have offered 145, and now that's authenticated, I think it's more closer to that 225 and up price. Michelle said sold on that for 20. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I've got to first dig it out and then second photograph it, so no guarantees, but if you see it in a hot post tomorrow, it will be sold sometime between 8 and 10. Here's from Nashville with music. This is Wynn Stewart, maybe? Wynn Stewart. Yeah, I think Landreau off 150. I think I priced it for 245, and I think Carol was like, "Can I buy it for that?" And I was like, "No." I changed my mind. I was like, "Well, let me get it authenticated." I knew it was authentic. It looks too good. It's an early signature too. It's really cool. I was told it was an early signature. So, wow, I'm surprised I hadn't ran across an autograph. I went through this stuff pretty thoroughly though. Kimberly Jim Reeves, Madeline Usher, Kimberly Jim. Kimberly Jim. I think we got two different Richard Petty things. I think we got either a signed lobby card and a poster, or maybe two signed posters. Like I said, that day we were having a lot of this authenticated. I was going through boxes and just trying to find autographs, and I ended up finding 1,400. And I'm still finding stuff. We have found about another 100 since then. So here's the lobby cards for Music City, USA. Or here's two more lobby cards for Music City, USA. Is that Jim Stacy? I don't know. But I didn't see Jim Stacy written on anything. There's two more. There's numbers 7 and 3 in that series. Number 7 and 3 in that series. And we have an Atlanta, the Western English Show, Fred Goodwin, Concept Productions, Murfreesboro, Tennessee, exhibitor badge. I probably should just keep that. There he is, the Fred Goodwin collection. He was at the Atlanta Country and Western Show. Or no, the Western and English Show. 1996. All right, well, that box has been gone through. Let me see what I want to do on this stuff now. There's some really good items in there. Really good items. Before I go through another box, perhaps, his second wife was named Kim. Show up close. Okay. This is Kimberly Jim. Well, I'm not for sure which one to show. I think that's Jim Reeves. I'm almost positive that's Jim Reeves, Regina. Like, I'm 95% sure. I think that's Jim Reeves and Madeline Usher. Yeah, that's Jim Reeves and Madeline Usher. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna go ahead before this next stack gets crazy, because this is a pretty good bundle if I'm actually going to price it. So I'm going to kind of flip through here, and I'm just going to count some items, and everybody kind of see what's left. And then I'm going to price it for a bundle, even though I think that's some really good stuff. I also know what I kind of paid for this recent stuff. I also know what I paid for it and kind of what I've already sold out of here. So I kind of know what I need to get out of it to make all this worthwhile. So let me start showing stuff, and I'm just going to hold it back up to the camera so everybody get a good look, and then I'm going to count them, okay? And there's item number 1, 2, 3, Then we had these again, 3, 4, 5, original lobby card, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Maybe somebody who does casual reselling is watching. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Dale, I was kind of thinking, I think about all the places downtown Nashville you go in and they got all this like new fake stuff decorating these bars. This is like perfect to decorate a downtown Nashville restaurant. You go in a lot of those now and they got all this fake stuff all over the walls and reproduction. This is the real deal. 17 was my count. This is historic Nashville stuff. 18, 19. Fred sold to a lot of restaurants over the years. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I mean, look at this. 25. That defines Nashville right there. Or at least what it once was. Not anymore, really. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Somebody's probably about to buy it right now. 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. I'm going to count both of those as one. 38. Here's the Tammy Wynett's. 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Man. I could sell these tomorrow, no problem, $10 a piece. 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62. 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, not going to count that. 68, 69, count those as one. 70, 71, 72, 73, 74. Here's some good ones. 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85. I thought that was a cool piece. 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, not counting that. 94, that was a cool piece, not counting that. 95 and 96. $300. The only thing that's not in there are the Patsy Cline sleeves. $300. That is up for consideration. Hopefully, somebody realizes how great of a deal that would be. Now, I think this next box, before I get started with it, I think it is a lot of sheet music. And it looks like some pretty incredible stuff in here. It looks like a lot of incredible stuff. Really cool stuff. A lot of very old stuff. But before I get too deep into cowboy music, sheet music, and western and country, make sure there's not something else I can go through. But man, there's some pretty dang cool stuff in here. I think I saw a couple Christmas things. There's no telling how much of this is signed that's buried in here. Yeah, there's some Christmas stuff. Boy, yeah, there's some early sheet music in here. 20s, 30s, 40s, 19 teens. Or I could make somebody a deal on all of it without even going through it. And I seriously have not gone through any of this. Look at this one on the bottom. Let me pull this one out on the very bottom and put it on top, because it looks like it's like, yeah, look at this one. So here's Pride of the Prairie. Check this one out. MCM 1908. 1908, maybe. And that kind of goes throughout this entire box here of sheet music. I mean, there's Hopalong Cassidy stuff featured from movies. Where's Wagon Master? There's the Ballad of Davy Crockett there on the back. Moonlight on Colorado. That's another one from the teens, maybe 20s. Here Comes Santa Claus. There's a packet of some Christmas stuff. Gene Autry. I have not really gone through these before. There's Tex Ritter Christmas Carols. Gay Ranchero. This entire box, $150, and we have not really gone through it individually. It's been open for the first time tonight. It's been in Fred's garage probably since 1990. If anybody wants all that for $150, that's an entire box of sheet music for $150. That entire box. Have not pulled one piece out. Still got this sitting over here for $300, that other bundle. While somebody's about to say sold, I'll take all that, Chad. Let me go over here and see what else I have to go through. I think I have another box pretty similar like the other box we just went through. But let me see what's over here. There are some packets, and I hope I went through most of them. If not, then we got some posters to dig through here. Here we go. Here's at least another handful of random stuff here. Is the chat still working, or has everybody fell asleep on me? I just realized it's 1:40, by the way. I was like, man, it's getting late. I don't know how much more maybe we need to show, because I have a whole stack here of stuff I just pulled out, but it is getting kind of late to get started and get into some more stuff. So, plus, I didn't sell my bundle. I hadn't sold my other bundle. You know, if I were to sell these bundles, I might be a little bit more motivated to perhaps, because I've got an idea what I'm doing with this stuff. If it doesn't sell tonight, this stuff right here, I'm probably going to show it tomorrow during the record sale and then put it up for auction for $150 start. And I know it will sell then and then probably go up from there. So Kenny's looking for posters. I am too. I'm looking posters for you. I'm trying to make your birthday very memorable, Kenny. And I'm digging. I'm digging. And I'm digging. Trace is still awake. All right, let's see what we can do for the next 20 minutes. I'm going to take some of this off the table then. I'm going to move the incredible steel on the sheet music. Let me take that off the table. And then I'm not going to move that other bundle, or I'm not going to mix in with that other bundle. I'm going to lay it over here and say, oh, that's $300. I'm just waiting for, you know, somebody to say sold. Kenny, Paul, Brent, Michelle, Landro. Just about $3 an item on all that stuff. How could you go wrong? All right, we may be getting some pretty serious posters here. When I say serious, some cool stuff. Check this out. Fred had it in a sleeve. The Pinto Kia Charles Starrett. Very cool. This is 19. Man, what year is this? The Pinto Kid, Charles Starrett. Let's see here. Give me a second. May have to revert to maybe the first thing I've had to look up all night, really, except for Patsy Cline. Pinto Kid. This has got to be 40s. It's got to be. Yeah, there it is. This and one other one sheet sold 11 years ago. They were both Charles Starrett movies. 1941. Both of those sold together for $382.40. So two posters together sold for $3. Hope y'all can kind of see the graphics on this. It is one of those incredible 40s type deals. That's a pretty wicked image of her there. And then this here, very, very cool. $155 on this one. $155. The last one came through, looks like 11 years ago. $155 on this. 1941, The Pinto Kid. Really cool graphics on that one. 1941. And that is $155. Michelle and then Brent. And then Michael. Boy, he's got, I don't see this too often. He's got this one taped shut. This means do not open. Boy, it's awfully crisp for as old as it's probably going to be. Wow. I'm just seeing the top half and I'm amazed at the colors. Wow, look at the colors on this one. The Return of Wild Bill. 1955. Michelle takes the Pinto Kid for $155. That is sold for $155. Bill Elliott in The Return of Wild Bill. Let's see here. Well, actually, 12 years. Well, it's been 12 years ago. It was in pretty bad shape. The one 12 years ago that was pretty beat up, it actually didn't sell for all that much. Let me see if I can find a more recent comp. This one is unusually nice. I think that's why Fred had it probably taped down. It's like, don't open unless necessary. This is necessary. Nothing 90 days. Let's go back 3 years. I doubt it. Actually, I think one did pop up maybe a few years ago. Yeah, you can't see the image really, but with this condition though, which I think is pretty much unhung and almost no color breaks, $55. Obviously don't come up maybe every few years. Heritage had one in 12 years. This one's extremely nice, $55. Michelle, Michael, and Brent. And I'm going to delicately fold this back up. Michelle, Michael, and Brent. I got a few more like this coming up, by the way. I like these that he keeps in plastic. Michelle said sold for $55. These are like prized possessions of his. Make sure this thing isn't signed because we had a lot of stuff signed by him. Bandolero, James Stewart. Dean Martin, Raquel Welch. Bandolero, George Kennedy. Bandolero. Let's see. $25. Michael Ruttman, then Michelle Miller. Very clean copy for that. Sold to Michael Ruttman for $25. The Wind and the Lion. Sean Connery. $25 on that. Michelle and then Michael. Getting Straight. Getting Straight. Wind and Lion sold to Michelle for $25. I've got 3. I got 5 Getting Straights. Hope none of those are signed. I hadn't checked all of them. I hadn't seen any Robert Garley, Robert, what am I trying to say? Or Candace Bergman autographs, though. If it's an actor in the movie and we have a bunch of duplicates, I go through them because this is called The Group, by the way. The Group. Fred might have had one tucked away signed and it got mixed up with the others, which is very possible because these things are folded, and you really, if you have a bunch of them, you don't really go through and check them. This is called The Group. $10 on The Group, and I have another one of those, another one of those, another one of those, and another one of those. Well, we got a bunch of those. There's The Group. Here we go. The Last Rebel with Joe Namath. Michael. I knew that would pull up. I knew that would pull up a ton of Star Wars stuff. Anything with the word rebel when you're talking about posters. $25, Michael. Very crisp, unhung, no condition notes, no pinholes, great colors. White. $25. He said sold. And guess what? I have another one. I have another one as well. I have another. I have 2 more of those. Last Rebel, Joe Namath. 2 more if anybody else wants one. This is cool. Smoky Mountain Melody lobby card with Roy Acuff, 1948. 1948. And Everybody's Dancing lobby card with Spade Cooley and his band. Smoky Mountain Melody, $15. Everybody's Dancing, $10. Landro's first on, well, he put A. What was A? Check this out. Grand Ole Opry lobby card. $15 on that one as well, Landro. Here's a picture of Fred Goodwin and Bob Nolan. Fred and Bob. Pure Country press kit. George Strait. Just the folder and press information. Pure Country, George Strait press kit. Grand Ole Opry lobby card sold for $15 to Landro. There's Fred. There's Fred. There's a picture of Bob Nolan looking at these lobby cards with him. He probably took some stuff. He probably took some stuff for him to look at or look through. I don't know where that lobby. Which one is that? Of the Sage. Renegades of the Sage. I'm not for sure. I know this. Fred always dressed nice. You should see his closet. It's full of suits and nice jackets and stuff. Kenny, Pure Country. How about $10? I mean, it's George Strait. It's the king. Boy, what is this? Look at this press book. He's Riding Your Way. Gene Autry. The Screen Singing Cowboy. That's an early folder. It's a Gene Autry like press book folder. Very early. Got to be 40s. Pure Country, $10. Landro, $10 on that. Early, just the folder. Gene Autry. Uh-oh, this may be some. Oh boy. I think I found some autographs overlooked. Let's see what I have here. Oh no, I know what all this is. This is that I know what all this is. There was a packet of stuff from let me see if that's his actual name. No, wait. No. Let's see. Let me think about this. Landro sold on the Gene Autry folder for 10. This is... Let me look up that. Luther Meyer. It's not who I thought it was. Or Audie. I think it's Audie. Audie Murphy. Audie Murphy. This don't say Murphy though. That was the war hero actor, right? Yeah, Audie Murphy. So he had a whole envelope of stuff of Audie Murphy's. Of course, Audie Murphy was an American soldier, actor, songwriter. He's widely celebrated as the most decorated combat soldier of World War II. We got a signed photo, and he had some of like his military stuff. And I think this isn't it though. I don't think this is it. This is something to do. James Liscombe. This is Luther Myers. October 1945, James Liscombe Jr. Customs declarations. Luther Myers. I don't know what this stuff is, but I think it all came from that. His name was Audie Leon Murphy. I thought it came from that same envelope. Let's see what we have here. Prayer list. First Baptist Church, J. Irvin Ledbetter, pastor, Crossville, Tennessee, 1945. It's a church pamphlet from 1945. Wow. See, I'd love to find stuff like this from Gordonsville or Lancaster, where I'm from. What do we have here? Headquarters, Disposition, Area 6, Camp Patrick, Henry, Virginia. This memorandum applies only to personnel billeted in Area 6, the USS Monticello. Fred was in the Navy. Joseph H. Schmidt, First Lieutenant TC. Some kind of military orders. I don't know what we're getting into here. Immunization register, smallpox vaccine, Luther K. Myers. Smallpox vaccine. Registration. Service battery, 125th FABN. Now, why did he keep this? I feel like I'm on National Treasure or something. I don't see Goodwin. I don't know what that is. And then we have what here? I don't know. Nashville Unlimited. Jimmy C. Newman. Okay, Michelle said Smoky Mountain lobby card, $12. That was this right here, right? Sell that to Michelle for $12. All right, we're almost done with the stack. I realize we've hit the 2 o'clock mark. I was going to wrap it up. Let's see what's all in here. Here's some stuff I've never gone through. That's all some kind of personal military stuff of somebody. Boy, check this out. Merry Christmas, Annie Oakley. It's whatchamacallit. Boy, that's pretty cool. Merry Christmas. See Annie Oakley on TV. Here's a picture of Deanie Anderson. So you got to be careful. Some of this stuff might be signed by somebody and he kept it for a certain reason. Here's a letter. Russian, the news to you. Look at that. Russian, the news to you, 1945. Hi, Luther. Just heard the good news on the radio. that the 34th was coming home. Sure happy to hear it. Hope you get home for Christmas. Wow. Wow. World War II letter. The 34th was coming home. The fleet's in. A contest for everyone. We have really stepped back into the past tonight. Some kind of Hollywood store appliance giveaway. Country Billboard, Volume 1, Issue 2. Bob Wills Sheet Music, San Antonio Rose, Bob Wills, Bob Wills, Bob Wills. I think that's just somebody's name. Those are all Bob Wills Sheet Music. And that's it. Good night. If anybody has any last requests, does anybody want the sheet music bundle for $150? Does anybody want that first bundle for $300? Does anybody want the first bundle for $300 and this added to it for a small price? If so, let me know. If not, I'm going to end the show, wash my hands, eat something, go to the gym, come back and work on tomorrow night's sale. I need to go home and go to bed. Patch $5. Sci-fi and horror, if I can find it. Kenny, are you still with me? Happy birthday, Kenny. Sorry I didn't get to say as many posters. I got to do some work back there. Michelle, what's the patch for $5? If it's the Annie Oakley thing, I might need a little bit more than that for it. That's a pretty unique piece. I could see that bringing something stupid on eBay. I know her little buttons and stuff have sold. I'm looking some of them up right now. Some of that little stuff can get pricey like that. My gosh, her autograph is worth a lot of money. Here's a signed cabinet photo. I'm looking at Annie Oakley stuff right now. See if I see anything similar. Thermos. Badge, trash. I've had that trash can before. Man, that was a long time ago. I had that. I remember having that though. Yep. I bought that at a garage sale like 15 years ago. Michelle, I'll do $20 on that. And I think that will be a pretty... I think that'd be fair for both of us. I don't think there's anything like that on here. Of course, I hadn't scrolled through anything. There's a scarf that sold for, well, including shipping, $40-something. I'm highest first. I'm still in the 20s and 30s. I hadn't seen anything like that. We were talking about this piece right here. Yeah. Looks like something you rest like a spoon on in the kitchen. You know, Coleman Pure Milk. It's got advertising on it. I didn't notice that word. Let me see if there's anything like that. There's the milk bottles. Hey, there's the milk bottles with her on it. Go over here to this. There's the milk bottles. Milk bottles, lots of milk bottles. I don't see. Well, some of these don't have images, but I don't see anything like it. All right, sell this to Michelle for $15. I think you're getting a deal. That's sold to you for $15. That, like I said, that's one of those things that could all of a sudden just bring something crazy. A hot pad, that's what it's called. Yes, it's not. It's a hot pad. That's what I meant. Yeah, you lay your spoon, your hot spoon on it in the kitchen. That's definitely from the 40s. That's one of those things like you put it on a $10 start auction on eBay and it brings like $290. So I think you just got to, or you also put it on there for $20 and it doesn't get a bid. Who knows? I'm going to sell it to you for $15, even though I think that was an incredible piece. All right, I can't believe we didn't sell the bundles tonight. I'm pretty disappointed we didn't get anybody bought in on the bundles. But we did sell a Metallica. Before everybody gets off, I do want to show the gems from tonight. Thank you, Carol Puckett. I know he's probably sleeping right now. Thank you, James Bragg. I know he's probably... But these two records combined tonight sold for $3,600. We sold this for $2,500. Bruce Springsteen, Born to Run. Original script cover. That sold for $2,500. And we sold Metallica, Master Puppet Sealed, for $1,100. Those were sold tonight at auction. So those are some pretty big tickets. Thank you for those who participated in that. And thank you for those who participated since we've been live at 7 o'clock. Wow, this has been a long night. I've got a lot more stuff to get ready for tomorrow, including more records and more everything. More this, more that. More posters. Hopefully I can find more horror and sci-fi. You know what I'm going to have to start doing? I'm going to have to start advertising. We buy posters and try to come up with some stuff. However, there's just not going to be anybody like Fred Goodwin anymore. That kind of stuff just don't exist. I mean, there's still people out there like that, but man, but trying to get to it before somebody else or somebody comes through and picks through it all, tough. That's rare. Finding stuff like this untouched, never gone through before, and y'all getting to see it every night, gone through for the first time. There's just not much like that left anymore out there. Yeah, I know. I think I'm going to try to auction it tomorrow during the sale. All that sheet music. I think I'm just going to auction tomorrow during the sale. I mean, I'm going to tell people the same thing. I hadn't gone through it. I mean, I may kind of skim through it again tonight, but I'm not going to pull anything out. Just all that because I want to leave some of the great, good-looking stuff in there, you know. I want to keep it all together the way Fred had it. All right. Thanks, everybody. I didn't order any food, so I'm in a bad position. It is 2:10, and maybe I may have to go home and eat and then go to the gym, which means that's not good. Maybe I can find a snack around here. I need a little bit of pep before I try to go work out. Good night. See y'all tomorrow at 7. Thank you, and see you then.